This is our world. It's made up of lots of different things. We use these things, which we call natural resources, to make stuff. Everything that you own comes from natural resources. You probably use paper every day, but do you know where paper comes from? Around 2,000 years ago in ancient Egypt, they used to use a plant called papyrus to make paper. But today, we make paper from regular trees. Now, trees are very important. They produce oxygen in the air, and you need oxygen to breathe. They also help clean our air by taking in a gas called carbon dioxide. If we don't recycle paper and card, then we'll have to cut down trees to make more. This will destroy animals' homes. And too much carbon dioxide will also make the earth get too hot, which could make it very difficult to live here. That's why it's important to recycle paper and card. Did you know that we use sand to make glass? But to turn sand into glass, we need to heat it to a very high temperature. This uses lots of energy, perhaps from another natural resource like coal or oil. Burning coal and oil also creates a lot of carbon dioxide. Too much carbon dioxide in the air will cause our Earth to get too hot. This is called global warming, and it might mean that the UK one day could become a desert. It might also cause the ice at the North and South Pole to melt and the sea to rise. To get the sand, we often need to create quarries, which often involves destroying beautiful places. Recycling glass means we'll create less quarries, and we will also save energy. Do you like pies? Donuts? How about strawberries? We can recycle food waste as well as the waste from your garden into compost. You can grow plants in compost, which contains all the goodness that plants need to survive. If we don't have compost, then we might have to use other unnatural ways to help plants grow. We might, for example, use chemical fertilisers, which make the soil bad and pollute the rivers, lakes and seas. Or we may have to grow plants using peat from precious peat bogs in the moorlands. Unfortunately, digging up peat creates carbon dioxide, and we know that too much carbon dioxide is bad for the planet. If you put any food waste into the food and garden bin, we can later feed this to the plants. They can then grow and create more yummy things for you to eat. Our Earth has lots of different types of metals. You'll know some of these, like copper, aluminium, iron, tin, silver and gold. Most of these metals come from mines that we dig in the ground. When a mine runs out, we need to find more special rocks with metals in them underground. This could mean destroying wildlife and sometimes even people's homes. In some cases, we don't have many of these special rocks left. If no one recycled aluminium, we'd run out of it in around 80 years. Can you think of some things we use metals for? Cans, electronics, jewellery, cars, bikes, planes, buildings? Can you imagine a world without these? The metal you recycle could be made into all of these things. This will stop us destroying the Earth and still make sure we have enough metal for what we need. Did you know that plastic comes from oil? We're running out of oil fast. Without oil, we can't create plastic, which is used to make all of these things. toothbrushes, lunchboxes, TVs, laptops. But making new plastics uses a lot of energy and resources, which you already know is bad for the planet. The good news is some plastic is recycled. Once you've finished drinking from a plastic bottle, make sure you recycle it so we can make it into new plastic items. That means oil won't be wasted creating new plastics.
So my name's Leanne Lewis. I teach on the textiles programme alongside Faye, and also on the fashion programme as well at the university.
That's great. So we're talking about the project. How many students are involved in it?
So it's our first year textile and sofa design students, so there's about 8-10 students that are involved, but we've also worked with local community members. We've worked quite closely with Bolton at Home and Bolton Council, so it's been quite a large group of people who have been involved in the project.
And the project itself, just give us a real outline about it.
Okay, so Future Furnishings kind of came about because as part of the students' sort of critical modules, they look at some of the key issues that as textiles designers of the future they're going to have to really think about, and one of those key issues is the environment and sustainability. So the kind of project came about because Faye and I wanted to look at how we could get the students involved in like a real life project where they would have to consider these issues in practice. And so yeah, it's basically about looking at what people already have in their homes, the goods that people already own, and how they can reuse those items that perhaps have got no use anymore, or things that people may have got a little bit bored of, and how we can actually revive them and give them new life without thinking about going out and buying something new.
And is this a project that you hope as the university you'll take forward? It won't just, well, we'll do this for a month and then disappear. Is it something?
Yeah, definitely. It's also something that we think can be applied to different areas within the design space as well. Thinking about kind of the other design programs that they have at the university as well. It's a model that could be applied there. But we've worked closely with the council to encourage them and help them to see how they can utilise some of the knowledge that we have as an institution and students to be able to share that within the community and sort of create potentially different kind of models of working with some of the goods that are going into landfill.
And you talked about Bolton at Home. Another organisation that springs to mind is Emmaus.
Yeah. So we've worked with Emmaus as well. So as part of the project, our students they were provided with textile products that had either come to the end of their life or were no longer in use in people's homes, and they repurposed them and remade them. But central to that was for the students to consider where all of their materials came from. So we went to Emmaus, and actually any additional materials that they needed was sourced from Emmaus, from the haberdashery store there. And we're kind of looking at more conversations with Emmaus going forward. They've helped with the exhibition that we're having in the town centre this weekend by providing us with some furniture, so we can have a reading reflection space in the exhibition where anyone who comes to the exhibition can engage in conversations around the environment and sustainability and what they can do as a positive action to reflect on kind of economic and environmental issues within their own life. So Emmaus have worked with us to help provide some furniture for that, so people can see that they can then engage with Emmaus as a way to buy things.
It's the merry-go-round, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cyclical.
Yeah. So go on, tell us about Saturday. It's in the Marketplace Shopping Centre.
So it's in the Marketplace Shopping Centre. So again, with the idea of kind of reusing things that aren't being used. We're in an empty shop unit in the marketplace. So we're.
Do you know which one yet? You're upstairs.
We are, yeah. So it's Unit R, I think it's called. It's upstairs. It's right next door to the Hive Gallery as well.
Right. So that's part of the university family, isn't it?
No, I think Hive is separate to the university. Yeah, it's a separate organisation. So it's a CIC. They have several galleries across the town centre.
Yeah, they're on the railway station as well.
Yeah, they are, and they've got a community space further down the mall in the shopping centre. So yeah, it's quite nice. We're right next to them, so we're in a kind of bit of a creative hub in the marketplace. It opens at 1 o'clock, so the launch is 1 till 4 on Saturday, and then it's open every day for 2 weeks.
So you continue every, it's not just a one-off on a Saturday?
Yeah, so the launch is this Saturday. We're hoping to get as many people there, including the organisations that have worked with us, the partners that have been involved, the community groups and our students are all coming along. And then on Sunday I'll be there. So come and say hello, keep me company. And then in the week, Leanne and students will be there. And then the following weekends, we've got workshops. So we've also got our colleagues in fashion. Kerry, Helen and Emma are going to come and run a couple of fashion and textile upcycling and repurposing workshops kind of the following 2 weekends.
And will you be selling your products?
We're not selling them, no. They're just, the work in the exhibition is for display. They're student products that are going to go back into people's homes.
Right.
But then the workshops that people can come and join in on the weekends are all drop-in, they're all free. People can just come in and join us during the weekend. During the week as well, we'll also have different organisations coming. So we've got people and representatives from Bolton Council, Recycle for Greater Manchester, and other organisations are coming to be there during the day in the week for people to come and get further information about what they can do in their life and different resources. And that'll all be shared through our social media channels.
Right, so Saturday, 1 o'clock, people can just come down, have a try on Saturday, or will they have to book to come in on a course? Or
we've not got any workshops on Saturday, so it's just come along and have a look at the work and have a conversation about the stuff that we're showing in the exhibition.
But during the week there will be. Did you say there'll be some workshops?
There's not workshops in the week, but there will be at the weekend.
Weekends,
so
right.
I think it's the 22nd and 23rd and 29th and 30th of June this weekend. There's workshops.
And on those workshops, are you encouraging people to bring their old stuff down and to do the jobs there?
Definitely. If people have got kind of textiles waste in the home or things, they might have a dress that they own that they don't know what, they don't wear it, still got the labels on, perhaps it might end up going into charity shop or being discarded, or bring it down, because there'll be definitely something we can do with it.
Right.
We've got some kind of predefined workshops that the lecturers will be going through, but definitely bring any waste as well, any kind of fabrics and things. The last Sunday as well, we're going to have a workshop that's designed for children, so that'll be a really fun event on the 30th, so people can bring their kids along to that.
So what's the thing what's the best thing that you've already produced? What's the one thing that you've thought, wow, that's fantastic, we wouldn't have been able to buy that?
I think, to be honest with you, all of the students have worked incredibly hard with what they had given to them from the participants. The students